Now, if you're following this channel, you're in enterprise sales and you're asking yourself, why is this guy giving me? What is going on, earners? This is Matt from On Target Earnings. Today, we are going to dive right into the big mistake that is holding you back from making sales. And listen, I know time is money, but make sure you stay tuned to the very end of the video where we really dissect the area that's costing you sales. But it wouldn't make any sense if we didn't take a couple minutes to dissect what most people think is going to make them a sale and why they are completely wrong. Bottom line is, most people believe that selling is telling. What do you mean? Of course selling is telling. I need to tell people about my product and service. Unsubscribe me from this channel. This is horrible. No, wait. I don't want you to make huge sales mistakes. Just listen to me, hang tight. All right, you got 30 seconds. Thank you, friend. The reason most people think selling is telling is because they've sat around and watched a lot of TV. Where is this going? Most of the purchases that most of us have made were a result of us watching a TV advertisement telling us why we should buy a product. So it stands to reason when a bunch of us graduate from university and have absolutely no idea what we want to do with our lives and we end up in professional sales roles, even though that's something you can't even major in college, yet it seems like 20% of the entire workforce is doing that role, we believe that it's our job to be a walking, talking advertisement just like we'd see on TV for making a sale. And let's think about it. What is a television advertisement anyway? All it is a shotgun flex approach where a product tries to talk about how great it is to a problem you may have to the widest audience possible in hopes that somebody looks at it and goes, you know what, I guess that makes sense. Let me go buy that thing. But can I ask you to think about just one little thing? Let's say the product you're seeing a television advertisement for is an energy drink. They'll go ahead and show tired people, then they'll show them drinking energy drinks and being less tired. You should buy it too. And because most of us have never studied sales or got a degree in it, we have been conditioned to think that, yeah, we just need to sell the way an advertisement sells. Ask yourself why they have to sell that way. The reason they have to sell that way is because the TV can't ask you any questions now, can it? If I were to be selling those energy drinks and I was somewhere like a mall where I could actually have face-to-face contact, the first thing I would do to make sure that I could sell those energy drinks would not be to have balls of fire exploding up behind me or me jamming out on a guitar and showing how I have so much energy. Everyone's gonna stay as far away from me as humanly possible if I did that. But instead, here's what I would do if I was selling an energy drink in a mall. Hey, I'm so sorry, I'm just doing my job. I'm hoping you can do me a quick favor. Is that okay? That's the first thing I'd say and a lesson for another video, but I'll give you a sneak peek. The best way to cold sell anything is to not sell the thing. It's to first sell the person on agreeing to helping you as a person, human to human. Once that person stopped and looked at me and said, what kind of help does this guy need? I would start off by using an open-ended question, who, what, where, why, when, how, or TED, tell me, explain to me, describe to me. We're just trying to get a feel for people in the mall, and I was wondering if you can describe to me what your energy levels are like throughout the day. I'm just curious, how would you describe your daily energy level? Why do you think most people say they don't have enough energy? Note that I'm not only asking a question, I am asking an open-ended question. So they might say something like, I don't know, my energy levels are fine, like I feel good, I drink a lot of coffee, you know, haha, like making small talk. Yeah, you say fine, a lot of people tell us fine. Why do you think you just settle for fine? Do you see what I did there? I asked another open-ended question. They would probably follow up by saying, well, I don't settle for fine. I do drink a lot of coffee. I've been taking B vitamins lately. So I would follow up with, how are those B vitamins working out? I've heard a lot about that. They might say, I don't know, I guess I'm not noticing much of a difference. All right, well, thanks for the time. I'm not gonna waste any more of it. Actually though, I guess I am just curious about like one thing. You started off by saying your energy levels are fine, but then it actually sounds like you are throwing things like caffeine and vitamins at the problem. I'm curious. What would an ideal solution look like to make sure that you feel like you're firing on all cylinders? My friends, after I ask this question, this is when they're gonna fill in the blanks and basically describe my product, which is a one-stop shop way to get everything that they're looking for. Okay, interesting. Well, as luck would have it, I got all these samples over here. Take one of the samples, see what you think, and then if you're gonna be here for at least an hour, you're really enjoying this sustained energy, I would just suggest you come back here. We have a sale today. You can actually get 2 12-packs for the price of 1. Now, if you're following this channel, you're in enterprise sales, and you're asking yourself, why is this guy giving me energy drink coaching? Did you notice that if I have the opportunity to engage you with open-ended questioning, it makes my sale a lot easier than what I mentioned before, having fireballs going up, jamming on a guitar, doing all kinds of stereotypical energy drink behavior. Well, if you're in enterprise sales, when did your employer ever say, we need you to be an extension of our ad campaigns, of our pay-per-click campaigns, to be a walking, talking advertisement who just talks about how good we are all day? Newsflash, my friends, no one ever asked you to do that. So if you have the luxury, yes, that's right, I said it, the luxury of actually speaking to someone who you want to sell a product to. Unlike Apple, unlike the household products that are sold at grocery stores, clothing retailers, products people use to unclog drains, you have an amazing luxury with which you can use questions to help someone sell themselves. So here's the big moment. I promised I'd give you the big details at the end. The number one reason that most salespeople fail is because they believe selling is telling. They believe they need to talk about how good their product is, how fast their product is, how great their service is, how much people love their service, blah, 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 blah. My friends, those type of flex plays, if you will, are completely fine for outbounding efforts. If you're adding people on a tool like LinkedIn or LinkedIn Sales Navigator and you want to passively sell to them, it's fine for you to make sure that in their feed, they get some exposure as to why you believe your product is great. But if you're lucky enough to actually be talking to that person one day and you make the huge mistake of talking about how great you are, instead of asking them open-ended question after open-ended question after open-ended question after open-ended question, and being so good at listening that someone could confuse you as a therapist, you are losing out on the best opportunity to make life-changing money. Because guess what? People don't like to be told what to do. People like to make decisions on their own. When you ask them questions, and I'm not talking about only in a discovery call or an intro call or the first time you meet someone face to face when you're knocking on doors, depending on what you sell. I'm talking about in every single interaction that you have with that person from the day you meet them to the day that they hopefully realize value from your product or service. If you are not taking the opportunity to constantly just ask questions, then you're missing the opportunity to have them sell themselves and make a decision for themselves. I'll leave you with this. Resist the temptation to talk about you. Lean into your prospect. Ask them question after question after question. And just when you feel like they've said enough of the stuff that it's a prime time for you to come in and pitch, ask them 2 more questions. And when you catch yourself monologuing about how good your product or service is, remember, if an energy drink company or a clogged drain company could sit down with each one of their prospective customers, which is every consumer in the world, and ask them questions like, how would you describe your ability to have enough energy to be there for your friends, family, career, and yourself each and every day? Tell me about the routine maintenance that you're doing to your plumbing systems to make sure that you don't have a costly repair down the line. Oh, how long have you been neglecting this? Etc., etc. If they had that opportunity, everyone, they would do it. You do have that opportunity, so don't blow the opportunity by becoming a walking, talking advertisement. That's it, sellers. That's it, earners. And remember, tough times in sales don't last. Tough salespeople do. Have a great day out there. We'll see you next time. Oh, sorry about that and how awkward this is. This is what I do in between takes. We're interrupting our regular scheduled program here just to talk about why we don't want your likes and we don't want your subscriptions. If you think this channel's cool, you just find it fun, it's light, it helps you, it's good sales content, tell a friend, tag them on LinkedIn, let's get the word out there. But much more importantly, if you watch one of these videos and then go use one of these tactics and it helps move a deal forward just a little bit, all we ask for is a like. Each time we get a like, we know that we help move a deal along, and that's a pretty cool data set for us to be capturing. And then the big time subscription button, we only want you clicking on that if you can actually attribute a deal that did close to something that you learned here. And what's so cool is, depending on when you're watching this video, we just passed the critical mark in our early phases here at On Target Earnings of helping 50 deals close. Back to the regularly scheduled program.